the one and only Sergio Pettis. Sergio, how are you, my man?
Doing well. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on the debut. You looked phenomenal. And we'll talk about it in a second, but it's my first time talking to you in several months. So I'm just curious, what happened? Because I remember when the story came out, you were going to fight Kai France in the UFC in December, and then we come to find out you're actually a free agent. They announced the fight. What happened there? It was a very, very unique situation.
Yeah, man. So they announced the fight, and I realized that I was out of contract. So the management team told me try to play the free agent role a little bit. I was scared, first time ever doing it, so definitely terrified about that. And things played out. I ended up at Bellator and had a great performance, so I can't complain.
What were you scared about?
Just being a free agent, man. I've been with the UFC for so long, and I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I didn't want to lose my job of being a mixed martial artist. So I had all these crazy thoughts going on in my head. It was my first time doing it, so definitely just being afraid of, I guess just being out there. And it played out good, man. Played out good. Put me in an uncomfortable position, and now I'm over here doing well.
I am of the mindset that everyone should test the water, find out what your market value is. Was it a fun process for you? Like, did a lot of people come your way, and then did you quickly start to think like there was nothing to be afraid of here? This is probably good for me. I get to find out how much I'm truly worth.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually that's what I figured out. But just being in the UFC for so long, I had so many goals and just things that I wanted to do there that I didn't get to do yet. But it played out well, man. Everything played out well. Bellator treats me extremely well. They feel just like the UFC, so no complaints. Everything went good.
How close were you to re-signing with the UFC?
I was very close, man. Even with the deal with Bellator, I was sitting around thinking like, man, I feel like I have so much unleft business that I need to do, but it just didn't make sense to go back to the UFC. So I did a move for my career and for who I am and my family. So had to do it.
And when you say it didn't make sense, you mean financially?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The
Yep.
deal was better, right?
Deal was better, and it just made more sense. Made more sense. I'm only 26 years old, so why not make a business move and grow my name a little bit more? It's going well.
Were you one of those people? Because I hear this a lot from fighters. Like being in the UFC, it's like such a part of your identity, right? And everyone knows what the UFC is. Not everyone knows Bellator. They haven't been around as long. Did you not want to lose that as well?
Yeah, man. It was just like you said, my identity was UFC. I was like, I'm a UFC fighter. But once I did this situation, I realized I'm a mixed martial artist. No matter where I fight, no matter what organization is, as long as I get to continue doing mixed martial arts, and doing what I love and get at a good platform, I'm happy with that.
How did you feel about the fact that Bellator doesn't have a flyweight division, so you'd have to fight at 135? Were you okay with that?
Yeah, man. Honestly, the 125 cuts are hard. I'm getting older too, 26 years old. So the weight cuts were definitely a lot different. I was cutting about 30 to 40 pounds to make the weight every time. And it was just taking a toll on my body. I felt good at 35, felt strong, felt ready and confident.
So you're done with 125.
As of right now, I believe I'm done 125. I'm signed at the bantamweight division over there. So I'm gonna keep on testing the waters, keep on getting a little bit bigger, eating more food, enjoying myself a little bit more. So yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy.
You look great at 135. I mean, you honestly look to be in phenomenal shape. I'm wondering if you asked your brother Anthony. I'm sure I know you're very close, but did you ask him for advice? You're kind of at the crossroads of your career here. You don't know to go left or right. What did he say to you when you asked him about your situation?
Yeah, man. He was just giving me the right advice. He was just, he's like, just do what's better for you. It doesn't matter what the fans think or what anybody else thinks. Do what's good for you. And honestly, it made the most sense to go to Bellator and had the performance that I had. It was a blessing, man. Everything played out extremely how I visualized it. So, and I'm getting older, man. I'm getting more confident. I grew up, not being as confident. So now that I'm getting more confidence, I feel like my work is playing together with my body.
I think sometimes people would be surprised when they hear a fighter say that they're not confident because you guys exude confidence, at least on the scale, in the cage. You're so strong, right? Was that a big problem for you? And how did you get over that? How do you start to go from not having confidence, in your 20s to now, as you say, having confidence?
I just had to grow up, man. Also, I think being in an uncomfortable situation made me realize what I'm capable of doing, and that I just gotta believe in myself and believe in the process. It's only been well, I mean, I've been a pro for 8 years now, so it's a journey. Nothing happens overnight, and I'm one of those cases that nothing happens overnight. I got to keep on growing and keep on learning and keep on putting myself in the sport and being involved as much as possible.
Do you think because you were, Anthony's younger brother, that you were pushed maybe a little too soon and maybe you weren't ready for all of that?
Yeah, mentally, I wasn't ready for it, honestly. I was just, I was all over the place. Like I said, I didn't have this confidence that I do now. The structure that I have now in my training regimen, everything, I had to grow up. I had to grow up into be who I am now, and it's only getting better, only up from here.
You posted something on your Instagram just a few days ago. I wanted to ask you about this. You wrote, coming off two back-to-back losses, I was hurting internally. My coach, Duke Rufus, told me to write out a personal mission statement and read it every day. It's helped a lot. I encourage you to try it. This is the mission statement. I will be confident and fearless in all that I do. No more second-guessing myself or my capabilities. Pessimistic thinking is no longer a habit. I can change my future. I can change my present. Being everything I am. Great.
Uh-huh.
You read that?
I meant to put by being
Oh,
everything.
all
Yeah,
right. I didn't
I
want to
messed
call
up
you out
on
on the
that.
typo.
I had a little typo. But yeah, man, I feel like like I said, I had a very bad habits of not viewing myself the way I should view it. I had all these negative thoughts in my head, all these anxieties, a little bit of depression, and stuff that I had to overcome. And I feel like I am overcoming it. I had to get rid of some bad habits and replace them with good habits. And now things are playing out well, man. Everything, not only in my MMA, but in my relationship, my life outside of the fighting. Everything is a lot different for me now.
Wow. And when did this start? Like, when did you start to feel like it was starting to turn in this favor?
After I took my 2 losses back to back, man, I had to sit back and really reflect on things and see what can I change that's gonna fix my external life, and I realized it was all internal growing.
Before you came to that realization, did you think about leaving MMA? Were you that much in pain?
Yeah, man, honestly, I was having talks with my girl, having talks with my cousin, and I was just like, "Man, if I lose this 3rd fight in a row, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might be done." I don't and at the time too, I'm like, I didn't wanna fight outside the UFC, so I was like, "If I get cut, man, I'm gonna be done." And it's crazy how it all plays out. Now I'm outside the UFC. I left on a win,
Yeah.
and I'm happy. I'm happier than ever.
And you're thriving. That's most important. And by the way, do you really read this mission statement every day?
Yeah, I do. I do. I have it as my screensaver.
Wow.
Now it's changing. Now it's changing. Now it's a different mission statement. I got to keep on progressing and progressing. I think I've learned a lot from that mission statement, and I want to just keep on growing and keep on trying the process. I'm gonna take every way to get better. Every way, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether I have to write stuff down or create, just good habits. And I thought it was a great habit to create.
That was your first fight week in a very long time outside of the UFC. New promotion. You're kind of like the new kid at school. They run things a little differently. What was it like for you leading up to the fight?
Oh man, it was stressful, honestly. Like I said, I came in this fight, new organization. Um, I had a lot to lose this fight, going against Alfred. He's the underdog, so there was a lot on my shoulders. But all the experiences I had with the UFC made me realize, just to chill out. It's definitely ran different over there and something that I had to get used to, but it felt good, man. It reminded me of the beginning. I had to figure stuff out by myself, and I had to just enjoy it, enjoy the process.
They treat you well?
Oh, they treat me extremely well, man. Everyone at Bellator is extremely cool. Even the fighters in Bellator, they all were nice to me. The staff was amazing. Fight week went smooth. Once I got the W, everything else just didn't matter at the time. So it planned out. Everything was as well. Everything was well.
By the way, any difference from a fighting perspective, fighting in an octagon as opposed to the circle cage for you?
Honestly, I didn't even really recognize that. The only thing that was really different was the walkout. I usually have my
Mm.
corner with me. This time I was by myself, and I'm like, damn, like I'm legit by myself.
Then they meet you at the end, right? Right before you go into the cage.
Yeah, they're already in the cage, so you just walk in and you can just see them in your corner.
Yeah. And your brother was there. He wasn't in your corner, but he was off to the side. And there's a great video that he posted of him celebrating your victory. And you kind of got on top of the cage and pointed at him. This is literally a week after his fight. Unfortunately, it didn't go his way at 246. And to see him that genuinely happy for you, I mean, it actually makes me emotional to watch this. This is a great scene to have, right? This is a great moment between two brothers who have been through so much. Did you see that? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have saw it, man, and I saw him after the fight, everything. Yeah, it sucks what happened for his fight, but it's part of the process. He's fighting some of the best in the road, and the ups and downs of the sport, the ups and downs of life. I think people don't realize that it's not just a sport. We have a life outside of fighting that we got to deal with, on top of going in there and fighting some of the best that are trying to hurt you. So, man, it's awesome to have Anthony in my life, man. He's taught me so much. he's the reason why I got into the sport. So I'm forever indebted to Anthony.
Are you perhaps, now that you've kind of gone through a tough time and seem to be thriving, are you trying to help him out to try to get over this hump in his I know younger brother doesn't always help older brother, so to speak, but do you have that kind of relationship where now he's leaning on you?
Yeah, I don't think he's leaning on me, but he does ask me for advice, just as I ask him for advice in and outside of the gym. So yeah, I think we both help each other, man. We help each other in every way possible. Physically, I'm there training with him. Mentally, I give him advice. Mentally, he gives me advice. He's definitely paved a better Sergio Pettis, and I'm hoping I could do the same for him one day.
I know his contract is coming up soon, not quite yet, but soon. Are you going to try to recruit him over to Bellator?
Nah, I'm not sure, man. Whatever he does, he does. You know, I think as long as he keeps fighting wherever, he'll be happy. I'm not sure exactly what he's gonna do.
Okay. And when do you want to return?
Whenever I took no injury this fight, so I'm ready. I'm ready back in the gym, training, trying to get bigger, trying to look better. I'm forever just dedicated now, man. I'm dedicated every way possible. So whenever they call me up, I'll be ready.
How far away do you think you are from their title picture?
You know what? I really haven't even thought about that. Whenever it happens, it happens. One thing I've been practicing is being really present and staying in the moment. So presently, I'm just working on getting better so I can have a better future. So whatever happens, happens.
I love it. Well, congratulations, my man. It's a great story, and I appreciate you being so open about what you've been through and what you're experiencing now. Great to see you on top and doing so well. And there was often like this weird, I don't know, this like thread where it seemed like guys who would leave the UFC would then stumble in their debut. And on that particular night, we had you and Chris Cyborg do really, really well. I don't know if there was like some weird curse or something like that, but I think you guys squashed that night in Inglewood. So I'm very happy for you. Keep it up. Continued success, and great to have you on the show. Thank you.
I appreciate you for having me on air. Always a pleasure.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.